Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing? So it is week two of July's movie marquee challenge that I'm doing with Sandy from Crochet A Canada. If you are new to the whole movie marquee challenge thing that we're doing, it's an idea that Sandy had from the beginning of the year. It's going to last through the end of the year, where we take turns picking movies that we pre-selected at the beginning of the year. And first month was Sandy's, second month was mine, third month was Sandy's. You get the idea. And we pop up the movie poster for you. And then from the movie poster, we take inspiration from the colors and we make a project. Mine, if you know me, is going to be blankets because I'm using this as practice and everything for getting my ginormous blanket sizing down to smaller blankets and realizing that I don't need to make humongous blankets every time I make a blanket. And I'm also using collection yarn the best that I can. So far, I have managed to completely do that. Yay! So we are also, there are links down below to both of our Facebook groups inviting all of you guys to join along with us each month. This month is Sandy's movie, and her movie, I'm going to pop up the poster right here, but her movie is Full Metal Jacket, which I love. I love that movie in some twisted way. I do love that movie. And I know that Sandy's running into a bit of difficulty right now. Not difficulty with the project. I know she's just feeling like slowed down basically with it. It's one of the months where she's got an awful lot on her plate, and like I had already said, like for the summer I'm gonna feel that way a lot just because of like work for me. And at the beginning of next month is gonna be like August is gonna be a lot for me because my sister-in-law is visiting from England, so like the first half of the month is gonna be busy between balancing work and because we have a lot going on in our town, because it's like a touristy town, and we have a lot of events and things going on that month. It's not that we're not allowed to take vacation, but we're also running so short at work that it's highly discouraged. And so I'm going to be taking a big balance between that and like trying to even get the time to do that, to see my sister-in-law. So I'm going to be using all my free time that I do get to see, to see the family. And so it's going to be a busy month for me. And then at the end of August is my birthday, and I'm hopefully going to see a couple concerts because one of my friends in his band will be not in my town, but like in the area. So I'll be going to see him. So it'll be a busy month for me next month. So I feel Sandy's pain on that one for sure. And this month, it's not that this month isn't busy aside from work, really, for me. But I slowed down a little bit from, like, I was off to this great start. And, like, I've showed you the picture now. I'm going to show you, I'll talk to you about the yarn that I'm using, and then I'll explain more about the slowing down. What I decided to do with the colors, I'm using this Karen cake, and the very green in the center is gone at the moment, but this is the green that was also in here, because I'm using it. This is an old Karen cake. They've clearanced it out. I don't think as far as getting like new ones, you can get it anymore. This is in the color Poached Pear. And I have an abnormal amount of these because like I had told you guys the story last time, I think that just the Michaels that I have in my area they put quite a few for sale. I didn't want to like clear each store out, but I bought quite a few because I really loved the like retro-y looking color of it to begin with, and I like camo. So the colors were for me. And like honestly, if you added orange and like a dark brown in here with this, it would have been totally up my alley right then anyway. But I wanted a lot of it to do something big with, and then the more that I bought, it seemed like they just kept multiplying in the store. So I ended up with a lot of them, and I still didn't buy any of them out. There was just a lot to be had apparently with these. So a few of them going towards like a baby blanket size blanket, or even like a lapghan, or a little bit bigger, like a snuggly size, I'm kind of calling it, I guess. Wouldn't hurt, and I'll still have plenty to do something with. So I'm using that anyway. And again, it's in poached pear. And then I am pairing that with chocolate brown from Big Twist Value. So the two together, I thought, since it's a little more brown, there we go. This looks really dark, especially against my black hopper shirt back here. Usually when I pull it back here, it's a little more true to color, but it looks really dark back there. Like that's probably more accurate right there. But the two together I thought were really good, like camo colors for the helmet in the picture. And then I did remember that I do have some like a older Red Heart white when I thought I had no white left. So I'm going to try to do a border with the white from that when I get to that part. But I had said that I found this pattern from like somebody's random blog, and they had said that like Yarnspirations or someplace had it and took it down, and they had just posted it from like a PDF. And once I got the pattern going, I just clicked off of it. So like I couldn't post it for you guys. And that's still true, like, because I never went back and found it because I know the pattern. But you guys like came out in droves and was like, I found this here, I found this here. So if you are curious about the pattern, look at week 1 and look at the comments, because so many of you guys were like, oh, here, I found this, I found this, I found this. And thank you. Like, we have a whole community family here that's like, here, look here, look here, look here. There it is. I didn't need to relook for it. And a few of you pointed out that it's not so much that it's the pattern. It's a stitch pattern is what, you know, it's the block stitch, or the block stitch pattern, however you want to put it. And that's what it is. You are absolutely right. Let's see. But here's what I have done with this so far. I'll hold it up all the way. I did start my second cake finally, but I slowed down quite a bit. The second cake started right here and then went, so I've gone up like that far. And I think I was only like 2/3 of the way through the last cake last week when I showed you. So yeah, I've slowed down a little bit. Partially because right after I did the video last time is when I went through the majority of my work week, and partially because I found out it. Now, for those of you who I haven't done a video lately showing how I crochet, and I'm not going to be able to really pan out right now because of the proximity of the room and show you. But when I crochet, I know this isn't the hook I'm using or anything. When I crochet, I'm going to try to just mimic it, but I hold my stuff, I hold my like work if I have to in this hand, right? And I hold my yarn over here, again, not really doing stitches, hold my yarn over here, and then I just dive in, and it's going to be hard not actually showing you. I just dive in and wrap and do, and like this, okay? Like that's just with this hand. It sounds weird explaining it, but like this is how I hold my yarn. So when I tell you my next issue, it's not anything to do with the way I hold my yarn. That's all I wanted to get across, I guess. Because this is it. This hand, if I didn't have to hold my project, this hand could be tied behind my back. Right? I don't use it for anything, basically, besides holding the project itself. Like I'll hold it like this or something, and that's okay. I'll do another video eventually. Like I'll do like a crochet and chat or something, so you can, those of you who have not seen me crochet, because I know that I crochet oddly, for those of you that crochet the right way. I know there's no real, I mean, there is a real right way, but, and then I always end up with like, a lot of people tell me like, as long as it works for you, and it does work for me. So anyway, but because this is so heavy, maybe like at this point, because it's all single crochet except for the one row of doubles and then the one odd, you know, every like 9 stitches there's a triple. Everything else is single crochet. I think it must be the way I'm holding it, but this little finger, I don't even know how, because it's not the joint here, it's not the joint here, but somewhere in the middle hurts really bad. And I thought maybe I did something else to it. I thought maybe I smacked it, maybe something. But I basically just didn't work on this for a couple days, and I even worked on something else, and that was fine. But it's the way I'm holding this. So I did work on this today. Obviously, I got through the cake, switched the cake, and it's not sore now. But again, I didn't do like 2/3 of a cake in, you know, a day or two. So I guess I'll just have to be watchful of how I hold it as far as this hand goes, which is an odd problem to me. Like I would have thought it would be, I don't know, wherever the yarn travels over my actual working hand, or wherever I'm holding the yarn, or anything. Sometimes with my nails being like, they're not terribly long right now, but sometimes they're longer than this. And sometimes I have issues where my nail like digs into my hand. And then I know it's time to cut my nails. But never had a big issue where it's holding my yarn that is what's bothering me. But so that's a new one. But that is my current woe. And what's kind of slowing me down. But I'm pretty determined to just be mindful of how I'm holding it and get this sucker done. I will say the other project that I am working on in between, I'm kind of addicted to at the moment also, and figuring out how to get that to work out, because it's like something I'm freehanding a little bit. So it's slowing me down too. But yeah, this is the back side, but there's not a big difference. I don't know on camera how well you can see the difference, but this side is more textured because it's the front part of the stitch, of the triple stitch. Other than that, there's no real difference. But I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming along still, like I said last time. And I think it'll look really pop. Like, I think it'll make it pop really well when I get the white on. And it'll hide this little ugly bit, because I did not want to cut every time I switched to the brown and have an end to sew in. It's been annoying enough every time. Like, I've been really lucky with the brown, and there hasn't been any like knots to cut out and rejoin. But my first Karen cake had a couple different spots with knots, and I don't like to rely on the knot. So I cut it and then end up weaving in ends and all that. And that's been annoying enough that I definitely knew I didn't want to. So I've just been carrying up the yarn. And I mean, it's neat enough, but it has like kind of one ugly side and one not ugly side. So putting the white border on will hide it, and it'll be okay. And I have to remember that I still have 2 more weeks, and I'm only making this baby blanket size, or maybe a little bit longer than that, and the border won't be that complicated of a border. I'm not going to do anything crazy fancy this time either. I used to do really intricate borders and stuff, and I always, every time I do a blanket, I think I'm going to again, and then I don't. But yeah, so that's what I have for this time around. But you should go check out Sandy's. She is doing a really neat stitch. She's, like I said, she's feeling like she's being slowed down by it, but I think it's looking really, really cool. And she's probably going to get finished before I am, to be honest with you. I don't know why she says that I make it look so easy, but I feel like I'm always just barely coming in at the deadline, and sometimes I don't even make that. So I don't feel that I'm making anything look easy. Sometimes I wonder how did I become so insane that I agreed to do a blanket every month. And then when we changed it to not a blanket to anything, I still stuck with the blankets a month thing. But I am eventually gonna get them small enough that I don't feel that pressure. I will. The size this month wouldn't have been that bad if I'd really thought things out and not decided to do single crochets and then ran into the problem with my finger and everything. I don't know. I still don't know why. I guess just that repetitive. I must have not realized how stiff I hold it or something. I don't know, but I'll be more mindful this go around and see how it goes. But yeah. So go to Sandy's channel if you haven't. Check out her progress and all of her other videos because she's got some pretty good videos out right now. Yeah, she's got some good stuff out. So go check her stuff out. All of her finds, her yarny finds that she's been finding. How many times can I fit the word find into a sentence? And give her some yarny love, subscribe, and all that good stuff. You know the drill by now. And check back next week for sure. And I'm sure I'll see you before then. But yeah, definitely if you have a Facebook, join us and share your makes with us because we've been seeing some really cool stuff. I have not seen too many yet. Usually people, well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys will beat me. But usually people are jumping in like right away and finishing something. And I've only seen one or two, I think, finished projects, like squares and whatnot for this month's video. So yeah, join in and surely you guys have movie color posters for this one, right? This is one that we haven't done very many colors of yet. Usually with mine, they're darker and except for last month, I gave you guys quite a color choice to choose from last month, right? So, all right. Anyway, enough babbling. I will talk to you guys later. And as always, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.